Alright, you guys, this is Mr. Ponytron back once again, and to continue reading Chapter 3 of The Impossible Child. And those of you who don't remember where we left off, is when Queen Chrysalis met the Daleks, and she sent them out to quote-unquote exterminate them. Okay. Back in Ponyville, it was around midnight when Future Twilight knocked on Future Derpy's door. Future Derpy answered the door and said, "Oh, good evening, Twilight. Or maybe I should say good morning." "Hello," said Twilight. "Is your husband here? I need to speak to both of you." Sure," said Future Derpy. "I'll get him." She ran over to where the doctor was, lying on the couch. Future Derpy went and woke him. "Daleks and changelings!" he yelled. "Uh-huh? What's going on?" the doctor asked. "My sincerest apologies for coming in so late," said Twilight. "I would have come earlier, but every pony's been bothering me all day about Dinky's, Cadence's, I suppose, transformation. There's been so many questions, I don't know what answers to give them. So, on behalf of all Ponyville and myself, what happened?" "Well, Dinky's going through the regeneration process as we speak," said the doctor. Twilight stared at the doctor for some time, and he asked, "What? Regeneration?" Twilight asked. "Doctor, I don't quite follow." The doctor sighed and said, "Twilight, do you remember the game Stinky plays concerning me?" "Yes, why?" "It's all a reflection of what my real job is," said the doctor. "I'm a Time Lord." "What does that have to do with what happened this afternoon?" Twilight asked. "Dinky, you see, is more than just a pony," said the doctor. "She's a Time Lord, like myself. What you saw today was the way Time Lords cheat death." So she turned into Cadence?" Twilight asked. "Wait," said the doctor. "You know her?" "Of course I do," said Twilight. "She's my sister-in-law." "How long have you known her?" said the doctor. "Since I was a filly," said Twilight. "She was my foal-sitter, so I guess it makes sense a princess like her would foal-sit me." "Wait," said the doctor in surprise. "My future daughter's a princess?" "Well, yeah," said Twilight. "She always has been nice since I've known her. But wait a minute. What do you mean future daughter?" The doctor stood there for a while, not saying a word. "In fact, where's Cadence?" Twilight asked. I haven't seen the Cadence I know in a while." Well," the doctor said, looking at the stairs. "Wait, did you full nap her?" Twilight asked. "Well, the Time Lord said. Just then, Twilight rushed up the stairs and went into the first door she saw. She saw, in the light of a nightlight, was a young Cadence sleeping in the bed, and another Derpy sleeping on the floor. "Huh?" she said. Twilight looked back at the doctor and the Derpy she knew, who were still downstairs. She looked back at the Derpy in Cadence's bedroom. Twilight did a few more of these things and finally said, "But how? But what?" "I can explain this," said the doctor. Meanwhile, outside, Chrysalis's changeling army sneaks very stealthily into Ponyville. They mostly change into random ponies to blend in. Meanwhile, Chrysalis finds the TARDIS in an alleyway. With 4 Daleks and a few changelings, Chrysalis sets her battle strategies. She tells the Daleks to guard the TARDIS in case the Doctor comes by. A changeling spy runs up to Chrysalis and she asks, "Do you know where they are?" "Not very far," said the spy. "Just down the street, Your Highness." "Good," said Chrysalis. "When I have the word, have my rivals pushed out into the street, and have them quartered at an alleyway." The spy bowed and ran out of the alleyway. One Dalek asked, "Are you sure this plan will work?" "The biggest mistake I've ever made with the Doctor was keeping his blue box unguarded," said Chrysalis. "I lost because he was inside the box. and now that we have it guarded, he'll have nowhere to go." And then Chrysalis laughed maniacally. "And since I'm in such a good mood," Chrysalis continued to the Daleks, "would you have the honor of carrying on their execution?" And with that, the Daleks said only one thing: "Exterminate! Exterminate the Doctor!" Back with the Doctor. "It's funny," said Twilight. Her and the Doctor were looking at a now-awake Derpy in Cadence's bedroom. "She looks just like she did when we first met." "Maybe that's the funny thing about time travel," said the Doctor. Derpy said, "Your Highness?" "No, please, call me Twilight," said Twi. "Okay, so how did you first meet, Cadence?" Derpy asked. "Well," said Twilight, "I remember when I was little, my parents had to leave for a couple of hours, and my brother Shining Armor would be at training to become a royal guard, so they all weren't around very often. My parents tried to decide on who should full sit me, and that's when she came knocking at our door. Of course my parents were very surprised to see her there. I mean, she had the crown and everything. I remember her saying that she was sent to full sit me in order to learn responsibility. She even showed papers to prove it. Well, looking back at it, I remember they were blank, but I didn't care. I was so excited. And this was before I met Princess Celestia and got my cutie mark, so this was the first time meeting royalty." Suddenly, Future Derpy yelled from downstairs. "Twilight! Take my past self and get out! Now! Changelings are coming!" she said. The Doctor stopped Twi. "No," he said. "I'll do it. Miss Derpy, come with me. We need to take our daughter to the TARDIS. Now!" The Doctor put Cadence on his back. He rushed downstairs and Derpy followed. When Twilight tried to leave, however, Future Derpy stopped her. "Twilight, wait! Don't go out there!" she warned. "Huh? Why?" Twi asked. "Look, I know this sounds crazy, but you're not supposed to be out there," said Future Derpy. "What are you talking about?" said Twilight. "It's just changelings." "No, not just changelings," said Future Derpy. "There's an enemy out there that you're not supposed to face yet. Not now. Just follow me to the basement. You'll be safe there." "But what about them?" Twilight questioned. "Don't worry," said Future Derpy. "They'll be fine. I've done this before." Okay, back to the Doctor and Derpy. The Doctor and Derpy rushed outside. Seeing the changelings, they went into full gallop. The changelings were everywhere. They were in the streets, on the rooftops, and in the air. When Derpy and the Doctor, with Cadence on his back, arrived at the alley where the TARDIS was, they found it was blocked by none other than three golden Daleks and a black one, the cult of Skaro. "No, no, 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 not good!" screamed the Doctor. "Exterminate!" screamed the Daleks in unison. As the Daleks started shooting their lasers, Derpy and the Doctor hightailed it out of there. The Daleks missed their targets repeatedly, and as they chased their pony enemies into another alleyway, this noise started annoying someone in particular. The Doctor, Derpy, and the sleeping Cadence are quartered in the alleyway. The changelings and the Daleks were blocking every possible exit for our heroes to escape. "Wait one moment," said Chrysalis as she approached them all. "I want to see this for myself." "Chrysalis," said the Doctor. "Oh, you remember me?" said Chrysalis, trying to act surprised. "Why, Doctor, and your assistant. I just came to wish you farewell before your execution." The changeling queen turned to one of the Daleks and said, "You may proceed, but I want their heads." The four Daleks said, "Exterminate!" And that's how far they got. Then they all heard a loud whack noise. Suddenly, everyone noticed the wall became a door of sorts, and Discord was standing in the middle, wearing a light blue nightgown and a nightcap. "Unless all of you want to be turned into Nightmare Night decorations, mind explaining me what all this racket is about?" shouted Discord. "None of your business!" screamed a Dalek. "It's past 1:30 in the morning, of course it's my business," Discord retorted. "Explain to me what's going on here." One Dalek aimed his laser at Discord and yelled, "Exterminate!" Instead of killing him, the laser just turned Discord's nightgown to ash. "Idiot," said Discord. Without warning, Discord ripped the Dalek-sized stock from its robotic domed head, turned it into a toilet plunger, and then stuck it to a wall. "I am blinded!" screamed the Dalek, which is now going around in circles like a chicken with its head cut off. "Now will you all explain to me what's going on here?" yelled Discord. Yelled another Dalek. Before the Dalek could finish its word, Discord bashed its dome head in with his fist. The Dalek then shrank, contorted, and finally formed into what looked like a tiara or a crown of some kind. "Answers, now!" barked Discord. Shaking by what she was seeing, Chrysalis pointed at the doctor and said, "We want to kill the doctor." Discord looked at the doctor, Drippy and Cadence, and then back at Chrysalis. "Can't wait until morning," groaned the Draconicus. "No, That was all Chrysalis said, till Discord snapped his fingers. Suddenly, the bluish green wings, which Chrysalis loved, were now transformed into little purple butterfly wings. "My wings!" screamed Chrysalis. "We want justice, Doctor!" yelled the Black Dalek. Discord was thoroughly annoyed at this point and said, "I'm not interested in justice. I want quiet." While Chrysalis and the remaining Daleks were shouting at Discord, Discord raised his hand in order to snap his fingers. And the alleyway went dead quiet. "By the time I count to 10, said Discord, "I want you," he looked at Chrysalis, "and your army and your friends out of Ponyville so I can sleep. 1, retreat!" screamed Chrysalis, the changelings, and the Daleks. 2. As Discord was about to snap his fingers, every changeling and Dalek made a hasty retreat. Even the Dalek missing his eye stalk was trying very hard to navigate and trying to get away. Discord rolled his eyes and pointed the Dalek in the right direction. It flew away screaming. "Humph," said Discord. He then remembered the little crown he made. He picked it up, observed it for a while, and then put it on his head. "Too small," Discord grumped, throwing it over his shoulder. He then marched toward the hole in the wall. He looked the doctor right in the eye and said, "You owe me." Discord then made his departure into his home and slammed the door behind him. The doctor blinked a couple times. "What in the world was that?" he questioned. "That was the spirit of chaos," said Derpy. The Time Lord was speechless at this point. Knowing that he's seen many weird things, this may be the top of the weirdness meter. "I must remind myself to thank him sometime," said the doctor. "I don't know if you should," cautioned Drippy. "Nonsense! He saved our lives," said the doctor. "Doctor, I've seen him before, and he wasn't very nice when I did," said Drippy. "Which makes me wonder why he isn't made out of stone anymore." "Well, because he's alive," said the doctor. But he... Well, never mind," said Drippy with a grumpy look. "Let's just get our future daughter into the TARDIS before they come back." Of course, they both blushed like mad at what Drippy just said. As they did so, the doctor picked up the small crown, thinking it may become of use down the road. And when they did make it back in the TARDIS, they closed the door behind them and disappeared into another time period and another location not far off. Alright, that was Chapter 3, every pony. So, okay. Have a good day.